Dr Equinox presents What is brisket and why is brisket so expensive? Brisket is a cut of meat from the breast or lower chest of beef or veal. The beef brisket is one of the 9 beef primal cuts, though the definition of cuts differs internationally. The brisket muscles include the superficial and deep pectorals. Why is brisket so expensive? Brisket sells at between $2.50 per pound for a large packed brisket to $7.50 per pound for a smaller trimmed flat. At the higher end price, there are certainly better values in meat, but the low end is available at most warehouse stores, and even a prime grade only about 20 cents to 50 cents per pound more. So, why are barbecue restaurants in Nashville charging at $16 per pound, Austin $23 per pound, and in Los Angeles $28 per pound? The answer is that making a great barbecue beef brisket takes time, and if you're not using technology and skill to begin with, a packed brisket might weigh 15 pounds. From there, you need to trim it. Trimming a brisket so that you don't have too much fat is time consuming. Crappier places will minimize this step and leave the fat on. Then they will take a knife and scrape off that fat right after cooking. So all that smoke flavor that was absorbed by the fat and all the bark is just thrown out. The right amount of fat is about a quarter pound. This leaves enough to moisten and protect the meat without leaving an excessively gross amount at the end. So trimming takes some time and skill and reduces your 15 pounds to maybe 11 to 13 pounds, depending on how you trim. After the brisket is trimmed, it needs to be smoked for 9 to 16 hours. Beef brisket is tough, but it can also dry out or even burn. In this process of cooking, the brisket loses maybe 40% of its weight, so you now have a 6 to 8 pounds brisket and a 10 to 17 hours of labor that into this brisket, in addition to the fact that you have way less finished product than the purchase amount and that you have a ton of labor going into the final product. You have skill. So if you want to make a brisket at home, I encourage it. Over time, you will learn to do a great job. But as an amateur, I can tell you, you usually have no desire to cook another brisket for several months after making one. So, if a barbecue restaurant is good, they will have a line of people waiting to pay that premium for their brisket. That's why brisket is so expensive. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. For weekly videos like this, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to press the notification bell.